I assume you don't show up to the first day of principal photography and say, "Hey, I'm Alyssa. I'm going to be the scriptee."
Sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes. If I'm not allotted
Prep time?
prep time, or if they don't want to have me at a meeting for whatever reason, just because they don't want to pay me, that's a lot of like the time that will happen. So, and again, it's usually for lower budget sets. So I've had a system developed of like, okay, I'll read the script, I'll have my own questions, I will meet and talk with the director, the producers, or I will not. And based off that, will determine how my first conversation with everybody on set goes. Yeah, like because if you're if I haven't talked to you, I'm gonna pull you away and say like, hey, I'm the scripty. These are all my questions. You know, how do you work? You know, how let's get to know each other real quick, and then
Why don't
like
you share a couple of them? So start with some of the key department heads, like
yeah.
director of photography, DP.
I don't really talk to the DP too much
Yeah.
unless
Fuck the DP.
yeah, they're just sitting over there
Yeah,
ignoring
he's
me.
just like touching buttons on the camera, doing something,
Grabbing
ISO,
glasses,
shutter
like mini
angle.
glasses.
Oh
Yeah.
God. No, yeah.
Who's your to-go AD? Probably, right?
Yeah, so I make really good friends with the director if they're cool. I've really noticed that the directors that I don't become cool with, it's usually just an ego thing of like I'm the director, nobody talk to me.
Mm.
So I've never
And do you get that a lot?
I've gotten that a handful of times. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
And so it's like, you know, but it is what it is. I'm there for everyone else too, you know, not
it's
just the
mind-boggling to me that there are people out there that have that kind of approach, and they are like directing that they actually were able to get to where they are with that attitude.
director. Oh yeah.
I'm a little, you know, it's a little sad actually. It's kind of like,
Yeah,
but I guess their creative talent must be that good.
Yeah. And sometimes it is that good. I've seen some people act like that, and it's like, oh well, I can't really say anything because the
He's
final
crushing it.
product is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's just how they are. But no, yeah, thankfully, I've had really good experiences with the directors that I've worked with. I haven't had many bad experiences with any department really on set, which has been awesome. But yeah, I'm trying to think.
Like, who do you go talk to? You were like, I go talk to a bunch of people. Like,
Yeah, I'll say hi to everybody. I'll go find the producers first if I absolutely know nobody, and I'll have a producer introduce me because usually the ADs are busy doing whatever they're doing. And then once I
hey, you're
get to know,
scripty, don't
yeah.
talk to me.
Yeah, go stay by village. But yeah, so the producers mainly is who I'll go to. But then by the end of the set, my best friends are usually the second AC, the director, the ADs, and then depending how involved hair and makeup is, or
yeah, I
costume
was
or
just going to
wardrobe.
ask you that. So for what your number one thing is continuity,
Yeah.
right? So that's going to be mainly wardrobe, makeup, hair, right? Makeup, hair, wardrobe, and props.
Yeah.
So do you go and kind of go into and because they help a ton, right? Because they're standing by the set when we're resetting props.
Yeah.
I hate those, you know, like the table with 15 props on it and the actor flips the table on one of those and you have to reset. I know. Yeah, people don't understand that, like, when you see that in the movie, like somebody just goes like this and swipes something off the table and
do
like
it again.
it's like 5 people then like after that take like goes onto the set and like picks and looks at photos and like, no dude, that was here, are you sure? And the envelope was right here. And
yeah. And then like I feel bad because they'll be arguing or whatever, and I'm like, you were both wrong. It was over here. Yeah.
Like I have it fucking I have the monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the brain tricking us into hardcore believing that something that didn't happen happened.
Oh yeah. No, I had a fight, not a fight one time, but like a very intense argument with an actor on set about closing a door. And I was like, man, like, you've been closing the door every time. Every time that you have left, the door is closed. And he's like, no, like, it was only for the last one. And I was like, I promise you that it wasn't. And like, I just got tired. I'm like, why am I sitting here arguing? And I showed him every photo that I took. I was like, take number 1, take number 2, like, take number 3. Like, please don't argue with me, dude. Like, I'm not trying to make you. And that's the thing. I feel like people think that script supervisors are there to just like,
well, you know, when your own brain tricks you, right? That you heart like it's not even ego. I think it's just like an embarrassment, thing, and
Mhm.
like you can't quite believe that you're
Yeah.
like, no, dude, I didn't close the door. I'm telling you, I know what I
Yeah.
did. And you show him and be like, fuck.
Damn, yeah. Oh, damn, I
Like,
gotta just close it. Yeah. Yeah, so that happens occasionally. More so that happens with art department than actors.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm totally cool with.
Be like, fuck you. It's right here.
Yeah,
So
and it's
shut
also
up.
too, if like art department, if that's how they want to have their set, I'll go talk to the director about it. It's a lot easier to change like something minor on the set than it is to like change something big from the actors. So I'm like very grateful when I have actors that work with me like for continuity, which is why that one time that I was getting fought with by an actor, I was like, I don't know how to approach this. Like I've never had to be mindful of your feelings,
Mm-hmm.
To where art department we can sit here and like compare photos and then go talk to like whoever and get it settled, but yeah.
Who's your to go settle first AD?
First AD, yeah. Or the director.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So relationship with your first is basically kind of like the last resort type thing. If there's an issue, like, hey, bring it up to the AD.
I would say my last resort would be the producers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
no, that's like off the set.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, and like, okay.
But yeah, if there's like something where something's not happening, I will
Mhm.
definitely go to the AD. For sure, if it's something that I don't have to bother, anything that I don't have to bother the director with, I will take to every other department.
Mhm.
And I will only ask like.
So the art, the makeup, the
Mhm.
wardrobe is kind of where you guys need to coordinate that you guys are on the same page, right?
Mhm.
So those introductions are probably really important in making
Mhm.
sure that you guys are friendly and,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah, and again, I've been fortunate enough to where I haven't ever had a problem.
good for you.
Yeah, thanks. With a wardrobe or makeup person.
Yeah.
At least with continuity. You know, other problems I've heard, but I myself have never dealt with
What's the
anything like that.
solution to